off with a pulling a tree here. As soon as I get done with this, I'll let Cahill back on here and I'll go back to work in the log deck. I've been marking logs this morning and start trying to get things bucked up and ready. Pretty good sized tree. It's got a lightning scar on the back side of it. It's just a big lumber log, but there's a lot of footage in it. Right next to the road and the power line, so these pulls are usually kind of crucial. Flipping the spurs now. Throttle up a little bit. We're going to pull on it just a little. Easy deal. Went good. I think I hear Cahill on his way back to the deck right now. This is that big one that I pulled. Like I said, it's a big tree. You can see this bad lightning scar on it. It's what's kept it from being a real good log. But it's just a good thing we can still salvage something out of it. It felt like it cut off solid the whole way through, other than the scar, you know. We'll move it here in a second, which you can see right there is where we had the choker around it to pull it. Got some real logs coming out to the deck this morning. Some real good veneer. Marking logs like this, these tall trees, they've got some bends and bows and crooks in them. You really got to take the time to study them and see where you're going to be able to get the best cut and make the most footage. Originally, I had this log marked at a 12-foot veneer log. The reason I pulled it back is because it'll cut an inch bigger here at 10 foot. And we can still get another good shipping log out of this second cut here. And I made it a 12-footer. Then above it, we just got some, an 8-foot lumber log and probably a 9-foot lumber log. So there really is a lot that goes into marking your logs. It can really make you or break you on a set of high-dollar logs. It's you know, just like when we cut oak and stuff, it's pretty cut and dry, and we don't worry too much about it. We just try to make the cuts where we can get the most footage and utilize the most of the tree. Or with walnut, we utilize, you know, probably on average 98% of the tree that comes out, we utilize it. There's really very few end pieces and end trimmings, so we try to make every inch count, which is why we bore them out and spur cut them. We don't use a hinge. I don't like the fiber pull. We try to get down to absolutely as low as we can on the walnut because it is such a high-dollar wood. Here comes Cahill out with the drag now. We'll direct him over here. I need to get these sorted, and I got these few here already bucked. We're just going to try to make some room. He's got two right there in tow. Weekend wasn't near long enough. Didn't do much yesterday. Went out with Cahill and his brother, older brother Cole. Last night we went and had some wings and a few drinks. Just getting to hang out together. Something we don't, especially me and Cole, his older brother. I kind of corrupted the boy. I'm working on corrupting Cahill, but he's a tough cookie to crack. But Cole, me and my buddies corrupted him at a young age. He's about 10 or 11 years younger than I am, but yeah, we don't get to hang out here as much as we used to because he works on the road welding. He's not home very often, but the three of us went out yesterday. We started about noon, went and ate wings, watched some football, which I'm not a big football fan, but just kind of nice to get out and do something, and kind of made a day of it. It was a good time. Got up at 5 o'clock this morning. We headed back out here. Cahill, he drove my 4Runner. I just let him drive my 4Runner out here. So tomorrow he'll leave about noon to head back to Missouri so he can go to class tomorrow night. So I just let him drive that. It gets pretty good mileage. She's getting pretty rough. She's seen her better days. Let's sort some logs. Trying to stay ahead of Cahill. Comes out with another pair. Pretty good little logs. So he's getting those out. I'm marking up what he's been dragging out so I can get them bucked and give him more room to pile some logs in. We're kind of on the downhill slide of things. I think we've got about 20 trees left on the job. I know here today at 4:30, Kenny's got to meet with a neighboring landowner about looking at their timber. I guess they've got 50 or 60 walnut trees. It's supposed to be pretty similar to these. Just about a quarter mile down the road. It'd be nice just to kind of road everything down there if we get it. Getting the hang of things. He gets a little better all the time. Gets a little better all the time on the old machine. But we'll get back to marking. Hopefully I can get several of these bucks by the time he gets back. It's been a hot one today. I know that. It's miserable right now up in the 90s here in Kansas. Humid this morning, just terrible. You can see we kind of got a pretty good pile over there, and I'm starting to row them up back there. Now that one right there, I need to work, but I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna take a look at this log. The reason why I've got it marked, but I've not bucked it yet, and I'm not gonna buck it. And I'll show you why. She's starting to come apart. She needs some S-irons in it, and we don't have any on us. Of course, this choker cable got hung in here the other day, and I couldn't get it out because it's on the bottom side, and this crotch went with this tree, so there was no way to roll it. So here in a minute we'll get that cable out of there, which that cable has nothing to do with this splitting out and checking out. There's several of these better veneer logs that are starting to split, starting to check out. We need to get some savers in them pretty quick. So that's the big reason why I'm not going to buck this one in two yet, because it would run a chance of splitting it right down the middle. We sure don't want to do that on a log like this. I think we got a good 12-foot log marked out of it. Remember what I had. Yes, that's what we got, a 12. Right up here to this. We try to pick up an extra inch here on this knot, and we won't run any, well, shouldn't run any problem of going double-hearted right here. And it still leaves us with a good, it's like a 9-foot piece above here, so good log cutting her there at 12. Anyway, I'll get back to marking logs. Cahill get me snowed under. Here he comes out again. He's got a couple back there. We've about got him all cleaned up. got him all cleaned out. That's an ugly devil right there, isn't it? Good thing they cut it when they did. It wasn't going to get no better. Get him unhooked. Bad logs. Squirrely devils. They grow tall, but some of them just ain't growing very straight. I would say he might have one more drag, and that'll be it, because it's getting late enough in the day that we're going to be winding it down, because Kenny's going to want to go look at that timber. I actually have a pretty good bunch of logger threads packages in the back of my 4Runner there that we got to get up here to the post office and get them in the mail to get them shipped out. We had a fairly busy weekend with orders, and I probably should have just left those at home and had either Cahill's brother or his mom, my aunt, take them to the post office for me, because we print our own postage and all they got to do is just drop them off. But I decided I'd take it out here Shirley. I thought, you know, we could get to the post office and get them dropped off. And the post office in this little town, on the way back from lunch here at Princeton, Kansas, their post office the lobby doesn't open until 1 o'clock. Now, most of the post offices I've seen, they usually, on the small towns, they usually close at 12:30 or 1. Not here in Princeton, Kansas. They don't open until 1 o'clock, so we'll run in and get them in the mail, and everybody can have their new gear coming to them. Stuff going everywhere. One order going to Australia. I think that's the second one to Australia we've had in the last 2 weeks. Iowa, some here in Missouri, South Carolina. I think there's one going to Montana, New York State, just everywhere. We're extremely thankful for that. Extremely thankful. Anyway, I'll get these marked up. We're going to start another row. Start on the 3rd row. So hopefully we can get 2 more rows of logs here. That'll be a pretty good bunch of logs. Here he comes, last one of the day. It's like it's a crotch tree. Oh boy. Yep. We'll get her marked up, bucked up, laid out. And that's it for today. Until tomorrow, we'll finish this mess up. Shutting her down. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.